week's vlog. We have just arrived at the Norfolk Showground for the Norfolk Show Jumping Club 2-day show. Well, it's actually 3 days, but there's only 2 days of showing. So today we have come up just to do some unaffiliated working hunter because, I mean, it's 40 minutes away, the jumps are gorgeous, the showground is stunning, and I just want to come and jump Finley and have a nice day. And tomorrow we're going to come back and jump the London International round and try and qualify. But really, my goal of today is to jump Finley round nicely. It doesn't really matter if I have any down or he runs out. Lately he's been backing off the fences quite a lot. He's just a very sort of silly, spooky horse, and he's much more confident doing cross-country fences. And once he's jumped the fences, then he just relaxes a lot more. But I tend to do what I call the chicken dance over the fences when he backs off, which is I do this, go on, go on. And then it looks really messy. So I just want to ride nicely and not look like a chicken, basically. So Mum's just gone to go see the ring and where they're at because there wasn't loads of entries. It's currently 9:30. I'm gonna get dressed and yeah, we're just doing the 1780. We've entered a bit smaller because I just want to jump a nice round. I know Finley would usually do 80 and 90, but I just want him to jump nicely. They're very spooky jumps here because they should be the same ones that were here at the Norfolk Showground for the show last weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna get dressed. It's really hot. We're showing Finley today as a mountain moorland, hence the mane. I've not bothered to plait because tomorrow I've got to plait, and I didn't want his mane to be all like curly and crinkly. So I just thought, you know what, just get a little bit of a lion, give him a little scrub, and he's just chilling. So yeah, I'm gonna get dressed because I'm sure Mum will come around the corner in a minute and be like, your class is in 10 minutes. And yeah, it's just gonna be a chill day, low jumps, ride nicely, hopefully. Hey, Finny. Here he is. Good boy. His mane's a bit short for a Connie, but whatever. He looks good. I'm looking forward to this. There's just absolutely no pressure, is there, Finny? You're gonna be a good boy. So this is kind of how a working hunter show works. You enter the ring, you head over to the judge, and they usually say, hello there, do you know your course? You say yes, thank you very much, and they say off you go. So here I am, just heading over to the judge, and I'm trying to be sneaky and kind of show Finley the jumps. So I took a direct route to the judge, and I sort of look wandering around this jump here so he can have a look. And I rode over here because my first jump is kind of in the middle, and I wanted to give myself as much time as possible to get a nice canter rhythm before coming at my first fence. So Finley felt amazing in the warm-up. He flew over everything. He was super bouncy and had this lovely sort of forward bouncy canter, and then he decided here to spook at something, which is really annoying. We lost our canter, got the wrong leg, and then had to come back again. But that's a good thing we went the long route because now I've got my rhythm back before coming into fence 1. And I'd say this is quite a nice canter, to be honest. But Finley backs off here and crashes through fence 1, which we had down. I mean, this is only a 70 centimetre course, unaffiliated, but that was very silly of him. You can see here he doesn't want to come back to trot, and he's sort of a bit disunited, so I just let him sort himself out and push on over to the next fence, which, I mean, he slowed right down and popped over it very, very slowly, but we got over it. Then I sorted his legs out before attempting the next fence, and you can see he's just backing off everything, which is so annoying. And I'm trying not to flap with my elbows and to just keep kicking and kicking with my legs without making it look like I'm pony club flapping round. Here we go. That wasn't too bad, but you can kind of see him hesitate into everything, which, I mean, I don't know why he's a bit hesitant. And there I had to give him a smack because it had a big bridge underneath, and I did not want him to stop because he was being silly. So again, brought him back and got his legs sorted out before coming into this double, and he did not like these carrots, even though he's jumped them loads. So here I am, loads of leg. I mean, we poodle over, but it's not that tidy. Again, I'm going to bring him back and get the right leg before coming into the next fence. And I wouldn't say I'm doing anything particularly wrong, and it is what it is. I mean, he's getting more sort of fluent as he goes round, but he's just a very spooky horse. So that was that round. We just had the first one down, but yeah, it is hot. I am melting. Well, he backed off all the fences as predicted. We got round, but he crashed through the first one. But hopefully next time will be better. So once all the competitors have jumped, you're pulled back into the ring to do a show and the judge look at the confirmation. So I already knew, because we'd had one down, that we weren't going to be in the top 2 because there was 2 clears. But this was a little bit weird. This judge didn't want us to do a show. She just wanted us to walk away and trot back, which is a bit odd really, because performance, like the flat side, is half of the working hunter. But here I am just chatting to her. She asked about how old he was so she could bear in mind, you know, his condition. And I was just having a bit of a laugh with her really about Finley's round. And yeah, she just had a look round. She judges his confirmation. And then we just walked away and trotted back. And I did like a bit of a half figure of 8 to sort of finish, to make it look a bit more polished. But yeah, Finley was standing very nicely. It's quite hard with some working hunter ponies. They do not like to stand after they have directly like jumped round. So I always try and make sure Finley has at least 5 minutes before jumping, so he kind of has a moment to settle in the head and calm down. But yeah, he was very good for this bit, and he was super calm and chill. He wasn't bothered about anything going on around him. And when you walk away and trot back, you always kind of do a teardrop. So you sort of teardrop out, then turn, and then you see I kind of look for where the judge is before I start trotting, and then I trot back directly at the judge and she will move out of the way. And I just sort of trot all the way to the bottom nearly so she can see his confirmation and movement from behind. And then I just sort of trotted this little half of a loop so I could sort of stop him in a nice place where the judge could kind of see him. And I didn't want to wind him up by getting too close to any of those spooky jumps. But yeah, that's his little trot up and a nice square halt to finish. So Finley came fourth. You know, he was last, but it was deserved. He didn't jump very nicely. He wasn't really listening to me, just backing off all the fences, which will be the theme of the jumping section for day 1. But yeah, he loved this bit. This bit was literally his favourite. He just loves galloping around in a group. If only he could go around like that when I'm trying to get him to go over the jumps. But yeah, that's Finley. stuff. I'm a strawberry short and round. Here's my face. And Finley's too. It's like 28 degrees, guys, and I've just jumped in a tweed jacket, hence this gorgeous rouge. So that is day one done. We literally just come here to jump some miscellaneous 70 and 80 classes. Finley was a bit of a tit in the first one. Second one, much improved. Just got the aircon on in here because it is roasting. We're gonna go home, give Finley another full bath, like make him pristine, chuck him out in the field, because we are coming back here tomorrow to have a go at some London International Horse Show qualifiers. Finley's very tired. We have got to jump at 8:30 in the morning. We are jumping in the working show horse section. I know he's not really a show horse, but we're going to give it a go and just see what the judges think, and yeah, just see how it goes. And then we're also doing a flat class in the afternoon. But yeah, I was quite happy with the way I rode. I didn't do too much chicken arms today, but yeah, fence one in the 70 where he just decided he weren't gonna take off, and then we went straight through the fence. But yeah, that's today, and I will see you tomorrow when I don't look like a beetroot. So yeah, see you tomorrow. And welcome back to day two at the Royal Norfolk Showground for Norfolk Show Jumping Club show. Today we are doing some London International qualifiers. This morning we're doing the working hunter section for that, and we've had to enter him as a show horse because they don't really have any other classes for him. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes. It's the same jump course as yesterday, but obviously they're going to move things around. We're going to have a little bit of bling on today, and if you're wondering why is he in a brow band, that is why, because this is a show horse class. We're doing the first class of the day. It is currently 8 AM and we're on at 8:30. Feeling good. I was actually really pleased with the round we did yesterday, the second round, so basically aiming to jump exactly the same as that today. But yeah, there's nothing really to stress about. Just have fun. And Finley looks amazing. I'll show you Finny. Here's Finny. Plaiting has come out really, really well. Yeah, he looks really awesome. So, good boy. Should we get you dressed? So I thought I'd do a voiceover because this round did not go as planned, but it started off well. Went into cross country position and just thought forwards, 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 same as the second round yesterday. And yeah, he was travelling forward. Here he backs off, I smack him, and we do a most terrible jump over fence one, but recover to jump fence two nicely. And I thought that's it now, you know, he's had a look at number one, he's jumped number two. Wanted to get the right lead to come into fence number three, which was really easy little like rustic set of rails. I think it was like a bit of a corner style fence, but you had to jump between the carrots. A smack to say actually listen to my leg, because again he was backing off and he didn't jump that too badly. A bit skew-iffy around the corner. I was just thinking get him going forwards again, and he jumped that not well at all. He just didn't flow, so he kind of just stopped and pinged, but he jumped the planks really nicely. So there we go, and so far we are going clear over fence number 6, which you'd think would be the problem fence of the day, but that wasn't a problem whatsoever. 7 was the bridge, which again he backed off and I had to sort of smack him, but I'm not flapping my elbows, which I'm pleased about. I am just sort of flapping the whip and the legs, which is fine because I want him to go forwards. Next was this carrot double, which was terrible. Honestly, he just didn't take off and I just had to go with it. But yeah, we made it round, so that's one thing. Jumps this one better, but he's just backing off them all and making it very, very difficult for me to ride round. And this was the last fence, which again, he's backing off like crazy, and I'm sort of making him go over. But what a silly horse. Oh, he makes you laugh. Then once each rider had jumped their round, we went into the ring and did a go round. This is quite normal for working hunter classes to then enter the ring again, and then it's basically like a normal flat show class. So you have to walk, trot, canter on each rein, show an extension, and then we had to do a show, and then we had to strip and take the horse's tack off. Because this was a London International qualifier, we had to go through all the phases, and they were marked on their jumping style, if they jumped clear or not, then their show, and then their confirmation. So all of the points for each section kind of factors in to your placings. Finished the first class and Finley came second. He jumped like an absolute beep 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 beep, basically, he was coming into the fences and I was making sure that we had a good rhythm, using loads of leg, thinking forward, and then he would say, don't really want to, and then jump them in the worst style you can possibly think of. But we got round with 4 foals. Finley is getting very good at jumping round the worst rounds ever by the skin of our teeth, basically. But he made up for it with an absolutely beautiful show. And the in-hand section, he was okay, but he was a little bit sort of twisty because she parked us right next to the gate where you come in, so he was a little bit twisty to the gate. It's very warm again, not as red as yesterday, but it's very warm. It's just a bit overcast and there's so many flies, but me and Finley are just going for a little hang graze. We've got a little while till the next class, and I'm actually really looking forward to just riding my horse on the flat and not fighting with him over fences. It hasn't really been our 2 days, really. Yeah, Finley's just been making my life quite difficult when going over fences. So I'm hoping that the flat class will be different, because his show and going on the flat lately, he has been 10 out of 10. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes, but for now we're just going to have a drink, a cool down. Finley's just had a little bit of another wash. That's the only thing with greys, they're just constantly filthy. Yeah, and for our next class, that is a small riding horse class. Again, he's not really a small riding horse, I don't think, but we're just going to see how it goes. It's a shame they just don't have many classes here, or classes in general for veteran workers. They're just sort of a mixture. You've either got the Mountain and Moorland work and hunter classes, and Finley isn't really thick enough, even though he is a registered Mountain and Moorland, he isn't really chunky enough to do well at a higher level. And then you've got platted classes, which for the platted hunting ponies, and you have to have a teenager because they have age limits, which is insane. So we just have to kind of find classes that we can fit into and just try our best, really. But yeah, fingers crossed. But we still qualified for the semi-finals for the London International, so yeah. But the next one is also a London International class, so I'd really love Finley to qualify for London, but it's unlikely. Also, whilst I'm here yabbering to you forever, I just thought I'd give you a little Donnie update. Is that nice, Finny? So Donnie has been diagnosed with stomach ulcers. The first vet thought he was lame and had his back x-rayed and all his legs done, and yeah, couldn't find anything wrong with him. Second vet come and look and said no, he's not lame at all. She was like, I think it's ulcers. So he has gone in and had scoping, and they've found grade 2 out of 4 ulcers, so they're not totally horrific, but definitely need treating. So Donnie is in recovery. He's got a month off, a month of driving to the vets every week, and hopefully Donnie will recover and potentially be up and running again, sort of doing some winter dressage, which is annoying because I've got this gorgeous horse at home. No offense, Finley, you're also gorgeous. That, yeah, can't do anything because all these shows that I've kind of got planned in my diary were for Donnie, so it's just finding classes that Finley can do. But yeah, that's a little Donnie update for you. Anyway, I'm going to have a sandwich, or well, breakfast, and have a look around the show, and I'll be getting dressed again soon, and hopefully my face will go back to a normal colour. Lost the stirrup and she's still going round.
We're now on the small.
Yeah. Small riding horse, yeah?
Yeah, then you got large.
Yeah.
Lady show horse.
Yeah.
Small lightweight, middle heavy.
So after this class we've got the large.
Large and lady.
So this was part of Finley's show. We literally just walked away from the judge, picked up Trot, trotted half a figure of 8, and then I'm going to pick up Canter in this corner. I really just wanted Finley to do lovely, smooth transitions, be forward, and make it look effortless, really. That's kind of the whole point of doing the show, is to kind of look like you're just sitting there and the pony's doing everything underneath you. So we cantered down this long side, and then changed the rein again, and we pick up Canter to the right. And again, whilst the judge is kind of looking over us, I just want him to be soft in the contact. You can see him predicting the canter a little bit there. And then once we canter, he settles into the contact a little bit more. But overall, he was really lovely to ride. And I didn't think we would kind of like win the class or anything, because at the end of the day, he isn't like this toe-flicking riding horse, but he did a lovely show, and I just wanted to enjoy riding him, and just love my pony, really. And this canter is like cantering on a cloud. He's just absolutely gorgeous to canter. And to finish, we just come back. I tried to push on and do a bit of more of an extended trot, before coming to the judge, walking a few strides and finishing with a nice square halt.
I could talk to you for hours, and we stay up all night. And when morning came, we'd make breakfast in bed.
Standby call for class 133 veteran.
I don't know why I threw away what's wrong with me. I don't know why I threw it all away. A picture of you. picture of you, a picture of you, a picture of you, a picture of you, a picture of you.
I just am gobsmacked. He's just, even though Finley isn't perfectly put together, he's not this expensive flashy show pony, he pulls it out of the bag with his way of going and his show. He did a foot perfect show, he did a lovely trot up, and it just shows you don't have to have the most expensive pony to do well in showing. You know, as long as your pony is schooled nicely and you put in the effort and just enjoy them. So I'm so pleased with Finley. He has been incredible. I mean, the jumping was not our day with the jumping, but yeah, his show was lovely. I hope you've enjoyed this week's vlog, and I will see you all next Monday. Bye.